Good evening. Welcome to the November 24th Ways and Means Subcommittee. Please rise to salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call of the members. Councilor Argenzio.
Here.
Here. Councilor McKenna. Here. Here. Councilor Novoselsky. Here. Councilor Zambudo.
Here.
Here. And Chairman Cogliandro.
Here.
Here. Quorum is present. First matter on tonight's agenda is Council Order 24-257, communication from the Chief of Planning and Community Development relative to a proposed special act to support the family of Robert O'Brien.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. We have members of the family in the audience that will be speaking. I would like to open it up to councilors, if anyone, Councilor Argenzio.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's my intent to look on this favorably, and I read this decision opinion several times, and Mr. O'Brien was 81 years old, and he resigned from the city. He didn't retire. And at the point of his retirement, he had option D on his record at the retirement office, which would leave his wife some money when he passed away. Now that equals about $82 a month. Now in this decision or opinion, Mr. Kenneth Fortin, I guess Mr. O'Brien was under the impression that when he resigned, that became null and void. He was no longer a member of an active member. And Mr. Fortin says, to the extent that he thought about it, now this is referring to Mr. O'Brien, it is likely he thought that his option D allowance was null and void. Since he was not an attorney, he turned to the Commonwealth's website for guidance. After all, the contributory retirement law is notoriously complex. The guidance that came from the website, they have determined that it was incorrect, but that's what he was basing his decision on. And it says here that unfortunately that guidance was incorrect. Therefore, I encourage Mrs. O'Brien to seek special legislation permitting her to waive her allowance and collect her husband's remaining total accumulated deductions. The Revere Board does not oppose this relief, and PERAC has already offered its assistance in pursuing this option. So this would only return to the O'Brien family the money that he submitted into the system. So I don't see any reason why we would not allow the family to have what Mr. O'Brien, I'm sure, would want to go to his wife and children or grandchildren. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilor. Any other councilors wishing to speak? Councilor Zambudo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You know, I'm in a tough position because I had a lot of respect, God rest his soul, for Bob O'Brien. He was a wonderful man, did a wonderful job for the city. But I think most people know where I stand on these such matters. I've gone so far as to rescind, for the first time in the history of the city, special legislation because it opened up a can of worms that would put the city at risk for millions of dollars. I took a lot of heat for that. Again, the person was well-liked and had lots of friends. However, I have to do what's best for the city here. And I can't support this because this opens the door for others. And I feel bad that this happened, but that doesn't change my opinion on what's best for the city. Therefore, I can't support this. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Any other councilors? Madam Clerk, let's call the roll.
What's the roll call?
It's
see, well, the two people that spoke, we have one that's for, one that's against. Do we want to send a favorable? It has to be in the affirmative. Do we want to vote to send a favorable or vote to send an unfavorable? What would the will of the committee be? Seems like we're torn on this, so.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I'll put in a motion that we voted not favorably, but the normal way is to put it up favorably, and then I can vote against it.
Mr. Chairman, are the members of the family allowed to speak?
My apologies, you are correct, Counselor. Thank you for reminding me. Sorry, all business up here. Please state your name and address for the record.
Good.
Yes, sir.
My name's Paul O'Brien. I'm the brother of Bob. I'm here today, obviously, to make the case for Bob. Megan Wright, who is one of Bob's 4 daughters, is also here with me. I've been told that you want me to keep this relatively short, but I'm getting the feeling that there may not be a full appreciation of what happened and what option D says and how people relied on option D. So I may take a few more than just a couple of minutes, but let me know if I'm going too far. So some background, and this is just to make sure that everybody's on the same page. It sounds like it is. I think you presented the facts, and I think they were correct, but I'll repeat it. While employed by the city of Revere, Bob designated Annette as his so-called option D beneficiary under the Revere retirement plan. Bob resigned as Director of Planning and Community Development of Revere in December, everybody knows that, 2023. He died in February of 2024 at the age of 81. This matter revolves around Annette's benefit and title under the plan. So Megan and I are here on behalf of the family. This is a very important point, and we hope that you'll at least have an open mind about it. So we're here to endorse the approval of the so-called special legislation. In our view, that's why there is special legislation. It's to take care of scenarios just like this. So in this case, why the need for special legislation? Again, it's been made clear, but what we are faced with here is a scenario where, based upon what the court has said, Bob would be, not Bob, but Annette, would only be entitled to the $80 to $100, whatever the final annuity is, and not a lump sum distribution. Recognize the lump sum distribution is of Bob and Annette's money. It's not Revere. Revere would not be hurt in any way by that money going to Bob, his spouse. So that it's his money. I've never heard of a scenario where that wouldn't be the case. I have questions about whether that's even legal because you're keeping his money. It's sort of like an unlawful conversion of his money. So if the proposed legislation goes through, special legislation, Bob would then have, Annette would then have the option of obtaining the $80,000 as a lump sum. Now, just to make this crystal clear, everybody can do essentially the math. I did the math thinking that the benefit was closer to $130. It sounds like it's less. But even if you assumed it was $130, and on that basis, it would take over 51 years before Annette achieved a return of the money that they both contributed, because when he contributed it, it was both of theirs. So it would take 51 years to get that money back. That's just hard to believe. Just doesn't seem right. Annette is 82 years old. Her health is not optimal. Even if it were optimal, she's not going to make another 51 years. So to put it mildly, this is grossly unfair to her. So you might ask, why did Bob do this? Why did he sign up for option D? Well, just like most people, he wasn't really fully aware of how these things work. The courts in Massachusetts have said that the regulations supporting the retirement benefit plans are notoriously complex. So when Bob died, it became important to me. I first became aware of it at the point, soon after Bob died, and I became aware of this. Now, I am an attorney. I'm in New Jersey. I'm not a benefits attorney, but I go to the most obvious places to find out what something means. And so what did I do? I went on, I did a Google search. The Google search took me to the website. And let me get to the website. It's actually a Massachusetts State Board of Retirement guidance. You'd think that would be something you could rely on. And actually, I think the guidance comes much closer to what the intent of option D is. The intent of option D was to give, if someone died before they reached 10 years of vesting service, and the reason they didn't vest was because of death, they would vest at the years they had. That was the point of it, to give a break to somebody who actually died. If you left, if you went 5 years and then left voluntarily, that goes away. Your vesting didn't stop because of your death, it left because you voluntarily left. If you died after that, irrelevant, has nothing to do with it. You're not vested. So that's the essence of option D, but I think it makes sense to, I'm going to read you a couple of things from the actual guidance D. And it'll make it crystal clear why this has happened and why there has been very much a misunderstanding on anybody that would have read that guidance. Bear with me, I thought I had it here. Here it is. So this is what it's about. If you go up on the website today, this is what you will see, verbatim. This is a year and a half after this is essentially all taken place. Option D, for active members. Active members means people that are still working. So what does option D do? Again, these are verbatim words. Option D is actually not a retirement option for the member, but it does provide for a lifetime benefit for the member's beneficiary. It is only activated if the member dies while still employed for the Commonwealth. That wasn't the case with Bob. He died after his active employment. This is the option members of the state employees' retirement system hope never to activate. A simple reading of that, the logic of that is that if you leave and have not died, you're voluntarily leaving, the option has no application anymore. You're not going to die while actively employed. It just becomes null and void. It just has no meaning. That's the point of it. The second major point, so that the first point is active service. Second point is, it says option D is an optional benefit. What are the two options? Again, word for word. Option 1 is to receive the member's annuity as a lump sum distribution by either getting a direct refund or rolling it over into an eligible account. That's the $80,000 in this case. Option 2 is the monthly annuity, which in this case would be the $100 a month. So clearly, anybody that goes to option D would think it's correct because in my view, it is correct. The court has said it's not correct, but nevertheless, anybody reading that, I read it, I'm a lawyer, I relied on it. Obviously, I'm not fully familiar, but when I did look at the regulations that were applicable, they focused on the word retire. And the use of the word retire, to me, was misused. Retiring means, when Bob left, when he left at the end of '83, or when he was 81 in 2023, he retired. Anybody normally thinking about would say he retired. What the board has said is that retire in this sense means the date that you actually take your retirement benefit. Suppose you don't take a retirement benefit for 5 years. Does that mean you haven't retired? You've obviously retired, you just haven't taken the benefit. It was a misuse of that word. They should have stuck with active retirement, and they didn't. So, and again, I'm trying to do this in a shorter way than I had intended.
Well,
So,
if I may, sorry to cut you off.
No, no, it's
I've
okay.
given you 10 minutes. How much more do you think you have?
2 minutes?
Everyone good with that? 2 more minutes? Go right ahead, sir.
Okay, so it can be shortened because you address the opinion, and I was going to address the opinion too, where it was made clear by the magistrate he supports this. He recognized, everybody that has looked at this recognized that this was an anomalous result, an unfair, inequitable result, not intended. If you found any legislature looking at this and said, is this your intention for this? I don't think you'd find anybody. Everybody that we talked to on both sides of this issue, from Revere government insiders to PERAC, as mentioned, to the administrative law judge, to the city council, they all agreed this is the way to do it. Even if you disagree or agree with the magistrate, this is the most appropriate way to go about it in order to preserve the equity and fairness associated with. So I'll say in closing, while it may not be important and may not actually have any real significance in terms of what we're doing here, but Bob devoted his whole life to the city of Boston and Revere and the Boston community. He worked up until 83, 81 years old for the city of Revere and did a lot. And he did a lot he worked for the Downtown North Association, 25 years he worked for them. He was a major contributor to the Central Artery Project. He did, and he never did it for the money, ever. He could have, but he didn't. He devoted himself to this community. And to me, that should be taken into account, and I hope that you will take it into account. To me, just fairness, justice, this is not going to be a precedent. This scenario is not going to happen again, in my view. This is a very the other thing is, in final, the judge said the guidance should be taken down as soon as possible. It's wrong. The guidance is still there, and either because they still think it's right or because they just it's not practicable yet to get it down. But it's still there, and people are still relying on it. So I thank you for your time. I hope that you will consider this. I know that you're having a difficult time with it, and I know you're going to vote your conscience. But thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else wishing to speak? Councilor Novoselsky.
I'm not sure, even though I'm retired, and, I had an option C. But does this change the D into an option C to allow him to collect the family to collect the money?
Yeah, put on the mic.
I'm not good with stuff like that. Option D isn't actually a retirement option in and of itself. If you elect option D, meaning, and then you die while actively employed, it simply means that you're totally vested. So if you worked for 7 years, you didn't hit 10, but by dying, you're vested anyway. That's the benefit you get. And then the benefit that you're entitled to is option C.
Well, because, I would think that because he worked for the Big Dig and other state agencies, he would have been vested in the state anyway.
No, he wasn't. And the Downtown North Association that's a community organization. And he spent 25 years there, so he didn't accumulate any.
Any
He
other
just didn't
time-
think that way,
Yeah.
you know? In a lot of respects,
I'm sorry, I have mixed emotions on it. You know, I knew Bob well, and I know he did a lot of good work around. But, you know, just the idea of taking, you know, $87,000 out of the retirement fund. No, it's not taking well,
Enough.
you know,
important.
I'm giving you a lot of leeway here, so.
I know, and I thank you for it, but Bob deserves it. The $80,000 that he will get out of this plan, or a net will get, were his own contributions. It's like you had a 401K. Do you ever have a 401K?
no,
Do you have did you ever have a, what's the private one? Did you ever put money into an account?
sure.
When you put your money in the account, it's your money, right?
It's in the pension system.
It's in the pension system, but a 401K it's your money in the pension system.
Yeah.
It's your money. He's just getting back what he put in. If it stays in there, that in effect is a gain for Revere.
So he put in $87,000 in 6.5 years?
80.
80,000,
And then it accumulates over time, so
Right.
it's earning,
yeah. In 6 years, he put in that much money?
excuse me?
He didn't. That's what
He did.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
But-
did. He did.
He put in contributions that, as of now, have earned enough to make it $80,000. So it's his money earning money, just like you have in a bank
Yeah.
account.
All right,
thank
thank you
you.
very much. Does anyone else have any further questions? Let's take a roll call to vote favorably.
Shall the Ways and Means Subcommittee offer a favorable recommendation to approve the special legislation for Bob O'Brien? Counselor Agenzio?
Yes.
Yes. Counselor McKenna? No. No. Counselor Novoselsky?
Change my mind, yes.
Yes. Counselor Zambudo?
No.
No. And Chairman Cogliandro?
No.
No, the special legislation has received an unfavorable recommendation. They'll be reported out to the city council this evening.
There is no further business. This meeting is
Nope,
adjourned. Oh, I apologize. There's one other.
there's a motion by Counselor Guarino Sawaya that the mayor request the Department of Public Works to install signage and/or blinking lights ahead of all speed bumps to provide sufficient warning to drivers and improve roadway safety. Furthermore, that the Traffic Commission and Department of Public Works conduct a review of all existing speed bump locations to ensure proper signage is in place and report back to the city council with its recommendations.
My apologies, I wasn't prepared.
Name and address for the record, please.
Angela Guarino, Hawaii Ward 5 Counselor. Speed bumps are meant to calm the traffic and protect residents, but without clear advanced warnings, they can actually create safety hazards within the city. Drivers who don't see a speed bump in time often brake abruptly or swerve, which puts pedestrians, cyclists, and other vehicles at risk. By installing this proper signage and flashing lights ahead of every speed bump, we ensure that motorists have enough time to slow down safely. This is simple, proactive step that improves visibility, reduces sudden stopping, and supports safer travel throughout the city's neighborhoods. In addition to installing the new warning signs, it's important that we review the speed bump locations within the city where we already have them. Some of these sites may lack the proper signage before it and may have signs that are very outdated. They may be damaged or they may be poorly placed, so you don't see them beforehand. So if the speed bump is coming and you're on the right side and the sign is on the left side, you're not even going to know that the speed bump is there, so they have to be checked. I'm asking that the Traffic Commission will take care of this and the Department of Public Works to conduct a full review and report back to the City Council perhaps in the new year, and help us make sure that these traffic calming measures are consistent, effective, and align with the best practices for the city. And it's not just about signs, this motion. It's about the strengthening the roadway safety and giving residents the peace of mind that we all deserve in the safety of our children. Thank you.
Counselor, if you, just 1 second, permission to speak from the chair.
Granted.
This was sent to Ways and Means to do for a financial impact
Yes.
analysis. Do we have that?
No, we don't. I don't have one yet.
So we would probably just want to leave this in committee until we have one.
Would we be able to send it to traffic and have them look at it that way and then?
Is this an issue for the Traffic Commission?
I would say so, because they would have to put the signs up. It would have to go to traffic and the DPW.
I mean, I have no problem sending it to traffic. They could assess it there, but it was only sent here for the financial impact statement, so.
And we haven't received any financial impacts from the city at all, unless, Ashley, have you gotten anything? This was the original motion that
So
went out.
then, we would have to amend this motion to send it to the Traffic Commission. So at the end, I guess we could works conduct a review. So again, this is only here because we want to know how much it costs, but maybe traffic can give us an answer on that since the DPW super is the chair.
That would be great.
Well, we would have to amend this motion somehow, so it's your motion, Counselor.
Let's amend it to send it to the traffic, have the Traffic Commission look into the feasibility and the price of what it would cost to update the signage prior to the speed bumps within the whole entire city of Revere, looking at all the speed bumps. What do you think, Mr. Chair?
Chairman,
Councilor
excuse me
Novoselsky.
if I may. You know, we have a traffic calming group that works on things like this. And I think we ought to send it to them and let them work on it. And, because I agree with what she's trying to do. Because I have a speed bump on Campbell Avenue, and the sign is 3 feet in front of the bump. You know, and just no indication that someone's coming up on a speed bump.
No time
And
to
even
stop.
even on Mountain Ave, you go on Mountain Ave, the signs really aren't that far in advance. So I think we ought to send it to the traffic calming group in planning and development.
And if that's the case, then there would need to be a petition, the same traffic calming measure petition everyone else has to do, and we should probably just place this on file. The reason
It was
it's-
done.
So that there's a petition in, so then either place this on file or amend it so we don't need to have a financial impact statement, because that's the only reason it's in this subcommittee.
How about we place it on file? I'll bring it back in January.
If I may, Mr.
Counselor,
Mr.
absolutely.
Chairman, you know, I don't mind if you do that, but I honestly, in this case, I don't think they need the petition, because the petition is for the actual speed bumps. To look into the safety of the speed bumps is another issue. It's not, has nothing to do with the people looking for new speed bumps to be installed. So I think we ought to send it to the group, let the group make the decision. There's no, I don't believe there'll be a signed die on if it goes into the group, because they'll be continuing the investigation. So,
I'm good with
If
that.
you said there was a petition,
There was a
so
petition
then
done.
it's already with that group.
Mhm.
Would
I
that-
believe
Does
so.
everyone agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, so then we should place this on file so that we don't send it, this is, if we vote on this, that means we received the financial impact statement, we know how much it's gonna cost, and the council is okay with moving forward. If this belongs with a different body, we shouldn't be voting on it. So if there's already a petition with the traffic calming group, then I say we place this on file unless there's any objections.
I agree.
Mr. Chairman, just, who put it in as a financial statement
Well-
originally?
We had it in, I had it in as a motion at the beginning of last year, and it passed, and then we had to go into, we had to find out how much it was going to cost to get it done, but we haven't received any answers yet. Therefore, that's why it's here at Ways and Means.
Well, I would, if I may, Mr. Chairman, I agree with what the actions you want to take, but I think, Council, you should be following up with the traffic calming group and find out where it is.
I can do that as well.
So,
So place on file?
please, so.
Place on file.
Thank you.
Now this meeting is adjourned.
Good evening and welcome to the November 24th Appointments Subcommittee. Could we all stand and salute the flag, please? Thank you very much. A request of road call for attendance, please.
Roll call of the members of the Appointment Subcommittee. Counselor Guarino Sawaya.
Here.
Here. Counselor Haas.
Here.
Here. Counselor Novoselsky. Here. Counselor Jaramillo is absent, and Chairwoman McKenna.
Here.
Here. A quorum is present. First appointment on tonight's agenda, communication from the mayor relative to the reappointment of Ellie Vargas to the Disability Commission.
Is Ellie Vargas here, please? Okay, could you come up and state your name and address for the record and tell me why, what you have brought to the table for the Disabilities Commission?
Hello, my name is Ellie Vargas.
Wait until the, yes. Good job.
Podium. There we go.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ellie Vargas. My address is 127 Kimball Ave, Revere, Mass. And I've been on the commission for about, I think, 2 years. And I've been doing local activism and trying my best to put my input in what's going on in the local environment. And I am more proud to be part of it again if you allow me to be on the commission. That's all.
Any councilors? Counselor Novoselsky?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Madam Chair, I know Ellie, and I've known her for a long time. I voted for her originally when she came on. She works for the election department during the city and state and federal elections and does a great job down the Garfield, and I would endorse this. Thank you.
Any other councilors? Thank you, Ellie. Do a good job for the city.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks for coming up.
No problem. Thank you,
All in
thank you.
favor? All opposed? So ordered.
Communication from the mayor relative to the appointment of Nicholas Govan to the Parks and Recreation Commission.
Is Nicholas here? Hi, Nicholas. How are you? Can you state your name and address for the record, please? Huh. Technology's great, isn't it?
How's it going? I'm Nicholas Govain, 650 Ocean Avenue, Unit 445.
And tell me, this is a new appointment, so tell me what you're going to bring to the Parks and Recreation Department.
Sure. So I have almost 10 years of experience officiating college and professional ice hockey. Been a Revere resident for almost 5 years now, and very excited to be involved in a lot of the new capital planning projects and really improving our youth's access to sporting facilities. Outside of sports, I have an accounting and finance background and a data analytics background. I'm currently working for State Street Bank in geopolitical risk.
Great, thank you. Any councilors? Councilor Hess?
Thank you, Madam President. Nicholas, thanks so much. Congratulations on the appointment, and you really struck a chord with me when you said something about getting the youth into city facilities, and that's definitely something that I'm huge on, this council's huge on. So any ideas you can bring to get more families and more children, more teenagers in the city's gyms and even hockey rinks, that would be great. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Any other councilors? Councilor Novoselsky?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Nick, thank you and welcome. Just so you know, 47 years ago, that was my first appointment to the City of Revere in the Parks and Recreation Commission. So, I can relate. I know it's a very, everybody thinks it's a simple job, but it's not. Having to deal with this, the stadium and all the different permits with the Recreation Department, it can be overwhelming sometimes. So thank you for taking on this job.
Appreciate the comment.
Thank you.
Councilor Garina Sawaya?
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. We spoke a little bit earlier. You will be working with some great people over in the Parks and Recs Department, and I think you're going to make a great addition to the team.
Thank
Welcome.
you so much.
Thank you, and do a good job for the city.
Yes, ma'am.
All in favor, all opposed? So ordered. Thank you.
Communication from the mayor relative to the appointment of Jacqueline Damiano to the Parks and Recreation Commission.
Jacqueline, good evening. Could you just state your name and address for the record, please?
Yeah, Jacqueline Damiano, 172 Prospect Ave.
And you're a new appointment. What are you going to bring to the Parks and Recreation Department?
I bring a strong background in education. I have a master's degree with a concentration for the inclusion classroom. I have been in Revere my whole life, raising our 2 little boys. I've been anywhere from a teacher to a supervisor. My leadership style is supportive, organized, and solution-based, and I focus on teams, feeling confident, capable, connected. So I want to bring education into the learning environments.
Excellent, excellent. Any, Councilor Hess?
Thank you, Madam President. Jackie, congratulations on the appointment. I think you'll be a great addition to this commission. You do great work at the Lincoln School, helping out the PTA, and I think you'll be great for this. And I'm not just saying that because our kids are friends, but congratulations.
Thank you.
Any other councilors? Councilor Garina Sawaya?
Congratulations, Jackie. You're going to bring a great new perspective as a young children's mom to this department, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Thank you. Good luck, hon.
And we have Councilor Agenzio. He'd like to say something?
Yes, please. Paul Agenzio, 245 Reservoir Avenue, Ward 4 City Councilor. Jackie lives in my ward. I've known her and her family for quite a while. I want to speak in favor of this. I think she'll be an excellent appointment. She has a great background, a great resume, and I want to speak in favor and hope you look favorably on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Jackie, it sounds like you're going to do a wonderful job, so do a good job for the city.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. All in favor, all opposed, so ordered.
Communication from the mayor relative to the appointment of Wilson Correa to the Parks and Recreation Commission.
Will here? Hi, Will. Can you state your name and address for the record, please?
Good evening, Wilson Correa, 12 Sweeney Ave.
Okay, could you tell me, you're a new appointment, could you tell me what you're going to bring to
Sure.
the Parks and Recreation Department?
Sure, as a former soccer, basketball coach, working very close with currently with Parks and Recreation. Great group of people there, so looking forward, if it's possible, to work with them. John Leone, great people. And I work very close with coaches in different sports, so bringing that together to make it better for the kids of the town.
Great.
Father of 2, so this is something where I can help with.
Any counselors? Thank you. Counselor Garina Sawaya.
Wilson, are you going to bring us a championship?
Hopefully.
I'm waiting for a soccer championship in Revere this time. We don't have one yet.
That's something I have very.
All right.
I want to work with the girls.
I'm gonna hold you
especially.
to
Yes.
it.
Thank you. Well,
Counselor Hess.
I thought you were going to say a soccer stadium for a second. so. Wilson, congratulations on the appointment. Every time I see you, you have a huge smile on your face. You're heavily involved in the community. You'll be another great addition to this commission. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And in reference to that, just very quick, Revere has a tremendous potential with sports. Yeah, it has, but I think in soccer we have it. We just haven't explored it, and that's something kind of personal looking forward. We can bring it to a next level.
Counselor Agenzio.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Paul Agenzio, 245 Reservoir Avenue. I've known Wilson for a while now, and he's very passionate about soccer and other sports, and he works great with children. And I want to speak favorably on his appointment, and thank you, and do a great job, Wilson. Thank you.
Do a great job, Wilson. Thank you very much. All in favor, all opposed, so ordered.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Communication from the mayor relative to the appointment of David Leary to the Parks and Recreation Commission.
David, state your name and your address for the record. You push the button, please. That's all right.
Okay, I want to rescind. I did not realize that I needed to be a Revere resident to
Yes.
To be appointed.
Yes, I'm sorry
So I
about that.
apologize. Okay,
It's all right, but keep on coaching.
thank you so much.
You're welcome. Oh, what? Okay, we're going to place this on file?
Communication from the mayor relative to the appointment of Natalia Ardagna to the Parks and Recreation Commission.
Before I say state your name and address, she was one of my students and wonderful, wonderful. So state your name and your address for the record, please.
Thanks. Natalia Ardagna, 67 Lancaster Ave.
And you're a new appointment, so what are you going to bring to Parks and Recreation Department?
I have a long history of supporting Revere. My family, I grew up here. My family's always been involved in Revere athletics in the community, and I have been the head coach at UMass Boston and involved in higher education for close to 20 years, so I feel like that in my sports background would be an asset.
Great. Any counselors? Counselor Garina Sawaya.
Welcome to Parks and Rec, my neighbor.
Thank you.
I think you're going to be wonderful. Counselor Hess would like to say something.
Congratulations, Natalia. You'll be another great addition. And I just want to thank everyone that showed up for the appointments committee. This is probably the most people we've had show up to an appointments meeting, and I think that speaks to the character of everyone that's being appointed tonight. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
Do a good job for the city.
Of course.
All in favor, all opposed? So ordered. Thank you.
Thank you.
And last but not least, communication from the mayor relative to the appointment of John Shannon Bianchi to the Parks and Recreation Commission.
Hi, John. Could you state your name and address for the record, please?
Yes, John Shannon Bianchi, 474 Revere Beach Boulevard, Apartment 1102.
And can you just tell me a little bit about yourself and what you bring to Parks and Recreation Department?
Sure. I bring 8 years of municipal service in Nahant. I was on the planning board in Nahant, and prior to that, I was on the Open Space Committee. So what I'm bringing to the table is my knowledge of land use, zoning regulations, EPA regulations. My background's in law. I'm an independent paralegal.
Great. Thank you very much. Any councilors would like to speak? Okay, do a good job for the city.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
All in favor, all opposed, so ordered. This ends the appointments committee, subcommittee, and the council will take up the roll call tonight. Thank you very much. If you feel like you don't want to stay, you don't have to. All right, good night.